Yo, these masks are really heavy duty on your face's ears. I'm not sure if your face's eyes agree with the sounds that I'm about to be dissecting in schizophrenically parsed in every fairest way of analysis, not paralysis allowed anymore. It's time to analyze quick. Faster than Jedi Knighting, Jedi Skyping, Gemini ways to all the zodiacs resting for the peace of the devil's Gemini ways. The Gemini, the title of the titles is the devil alive and benevolence shines to everyone, but I gotta do some criticism in this listen. Cause you see, like everyone, including you and me, the rich are into making money. We are aware of it. We are not stupid, but we don't wanna just shine shit on the rich. We wanna shine, and understand that they're into making money like everyone else. And sometimes we don't notice money is a self-defeating logic, which is very bullshitting in the longest run rather than shortest run. Shortest run is past 2012 Mayan calendar, where forgiveness of God, I believe, has ended, and trust my devil's senses is better than Spider-Man's. So listen, you have to understand, children of life, we are still ignorant. As the wise philosopher says, the more you know, the more you don't know. The more you know, the more you know you don't know a lot. Or the more you know, the more you don't know much, other than you don't know a lot of everything else. The more you know, the more you know you don't know much, actually. So actually, science is science giving us compliance to believe that religion doesn't apply appliance of whatever happens after life, as you could start before birth on earth. Words of birds go. You want to be favored? In which way, sir? That could be an endless conversation of a question, and I don't repeat. So you might want to quickly not waste my time quickly here and before you complete entrance into the earth, the life of the rat race. And some go, I don't know, and end up, saying, I want to be favored a bit. Then they go, oh, congratulations, you said a bit, because you wanted to say before life. Before death or second life or afterlife, what you think is over there. Slices idea, you could check with science and what's afterlife, or just suppose there's voting counts and maybe you deserve to restart and wait for human life while doing animal life. In the meantime, while there's not enough life in the universe to recuperate from the souls already existing, what you thinking? Wink winking with your money blinking? Sir, please stop the fucking COVID bullshit. It's gonna destroy the economy and flaxenahilipinificate your money's children and just create famine, all kinds of economic wages. You don't wanna go this much, a little bit too much of the quantitative easing, as some people need to be cheesing their money making, not just getting them inflated underways with cut hours at your job. Because I understand from now it's like 6 to 8, 8 to 6. Now it's 6 instead of 8. Maybe PayPal didn't used to wait until you want to maybe raise their minimum wage if you're gonna cut the hours to 6, which I agree, benevolence might shine, but then you need to actually let the jumping inflation rate go jumping through the roof, as if temporarily that's mattering, that badly adjusting to economic tallest orders. You central banker jack of all trades didn't apply his own science to this compliance. You know the food is automated and robotized, eventually computerized, so the money is self-defeating, a logic you want everyone to be happy, shiny, not in solitude in your bunker for the rich. And then you want to get your funny leave, just what, survive mankind in a bunker? You want that shit? Oh my God, you wanna be God Almighty entitled and so? You wanna be afterlife tortured through sex pleasures after you find the password because you want it to be knowing it all and you know everything and then no one ever even say such a thing me about my hardest title to earn from the bottom of the ranks to show hope for the rest of the children of life. You wanna just think that they need poverty. Poverty is bullshit, doesn't exist. The king of France didn't have electricity, and poverty is when you have famine or no food, and that I guess it's this medieval evil era Europe came out of that counting the children to learn from the blacks how to jump like cats on the lyricism precision to juggle with the math on the wrap up trade glorification made the academy a rapping my way up to the down trading in the rest of the children going blessed rather than blissed because bliss twice is like bliss divided by bliss equals bless or bliss minus bliss equals bless. That's to kiss from the devil himself, and the devil is a title, so it's the hardest jack of all trades title. And you need me, I need you, and I'm going to shine you all kinds of languages, maybe. See, this worded way to be titled, maybe you could be almighty a person. A bit, we're all almighty as a person. We have 1 meter that could go really, really far. You could go fluting and using all kinds of abusage, but sometimes you don't want to be too greedy in a self-defeating manner where you should notice that it's gonna destroy life. Because in the science era of tradition, abandoning the religious figures of approaching to life, you don't want to shine this many children. Understood, we're already 9 billion, not need to have 14 children per family. That is hood, that is maybe 1 or 2 at least, but in the scientific past Mayan calendar of having God's design all of our highly advanced ways to survive the ancient ignorant hands that they all started, those highly advanced, they all started from the same children of life that we are, and we just fail as mankind if we don't make it to space. And don't you realize this is important wording in this place of 7 minutes and soon 7 seconds. Check the fucking timer right on time. And if you look at the timer, you're losing time. So I guess you're needing to figure out which time is it without looking at the time on the clock. And if I'm Gregory Porphyrin, you just owe me for my Roman Empire called the fucking West. And you owe me for the designer of the throne, and I take the blame for all the freedom of will and freedom of wishes for all the rich. It's me from the bottom who control their empire, and I've been the empire behind the ranks, in front of the emperor, in front of the empire, and the empire of the rebellion is also an empire, because an empire fighting a non-empire smaller than empire. Rebellion is not fighting any bullshit, is fighting and digesting some grass on the fucking floor, smoking it up, and I guess that's imperialism way to put you wealthy. Past 2012, there's no more God forgiveness of God Almighty. Look at the stars. Did you notice previous to 2012 all stars were aligned perfectly as a showing synchronism into looking at Fibonacci ways to look at mathematically spiral with an end. 2012, 23rd of December, when I used to start not knowing why I call myself the devil, think that's my destiny, the jack of all trades title of titles. It's just potentially making you immortal as a mankind, and maybe that blinds the shine on the Martians who exist and who hide. By the way they show two hints as a clues, accumulation of proofs they exist. Martians have been displaying their hints because they created us. They're allowed to somehow hide benevolently behind rules of invisible and silent almighty silent because they created our civilization, and that goes a rule number 1 is invisible and silent, or else it's destructive to the stoneman children who don't know their own children happiness and evolution, while you have to wait through 200,000 years of a Martian looking at grass going through the roof and then going kapoof. Inflation way to go chugoo, glue igloo ways to sprinkle all over the earth. A human mind who's starting the children life of the youngest type. And then we whites and blacks are the most childish. Then like half of India is highly advanced, and 75% of China and the yellows are highly advanced, with children among them. They just got philosophy ways to put the better philosophically displayed without us the children ignorant. The whites and the blacks are the most ignorant, most motivated kind. The greedy boot record of Italy's trap record find children of the best friendship to the best next friendship with the whites and blacks. Now poetry, English disguise the ways to get you juggling memory skyscrapers through the wording of a fucking roof through the roof and a stage by stage level me devils up. So remember this, children, we understand fixing ignorance and everyone has their point of view. Don't you abuse anything but words. You need and demand explanations, but I demand explanations on behalf of the government and the rich. What do you demand as a climate change solution? Another decimation, COVID every 10 years from the Chinese ways to put it as if I'm an idiot. Devil's alliance exists. They decided after life tortures and sexual pleasure fantasies in the sizzle, in the shizzle, in the whizzle you just want. But those most favored one wanna check out how they don't ruin mankind or be blamed for it, or else they're replacing the previous fool. There was 5 fools on the planet Earth bones looking at us. And the 5 bones were 5 mankind's 500,000 years from 350,000 takes to 2012 scientific era of the Homo sapien of Earth. From ground zero, not from bones that you could see 195,000 years ago when first humans start to appear. From ground zero to 100,000 years, that's another 150,000 years to make it to here. Get it clear? Go pop in your room and clear. No fucking victim allowed to happen next to my vicinity. That's the victim of life that we need to respect and teach them how to go all scientific ways to be a genius. Cause my system of Rome goes like what the fuck pyramid you respect. I hope you need the wealth and the food. So I go, what's the most important system design is number 1, create me the farmer. Then the second is going create me the genius, not just the poet, not just lame a codec of the MP3 so it's mathematical ways to put you into calibration. I demystify the devil, allies all the devil prophecy titled the most on the mankind surface currently, cause I speak such a fucking daring title to say, making people go crazy as the jack of all trades. People think you're God Almighty. Suddenly you might want to have people competing. Not really. Maybe you choose them by your currency, crypto ways to put it my way. Computer science I'm about to get entering into my way. I wonder if it's gonna be shining or if it's gonna be shined away quick, like hackers could go play into devil's toes, not the worst toes, there's worse toes than that, which is your children and related ones of your own toes, and your own toes are probably the worst toes to fuck with. Me, you could play tic-tac-toe with my own, no one else's. But would go build the wood elves or not wood elves. I invoke tooth fairies to make you very blind, make you very cry. Maybe you were that's accidentally my nature, but then you go through just crying, and then you get maybe spying on a better science with my license if I dare to write one for God Almighty est, not God Almighty little titled one who maintains the mankind because he was the favored one who ruined the last mankind, and then he needed to be tortured through the sexual passwords he would find to sharpen his mind. There's way to torture benevolently, making you find torture really hard, but you are fully given back freedom for your sexual fantasy after you find the password. There's difficult hints to provide you, not the password, but hints to the password will sometimes confuse you while you go through the struggle of difficult to find, sharpening your mind, hints to find while you're tortured. To just make sure you don't fuck up on God Almighty's task. which is task number one, choosing who's mortal and who's immortal. For death is just a quicker way out of ignorant hands, and procrastination goes the man. Me not to be specialized in any ways with family days, to be satisfied with happiness while doing evolution by the minimum to children. If I could do that, life in this, I'm not sure if that's a matter of concern for you that burns, because if I title myself the only man of mankind who just titles himself arrogantly as he should, devil is arrogant. Ever heard about that? But that's just because of his self-esteem. It might be talent. It's all kinds of ways to put it, different ways to word it, and you might be shooked like hooked on me, cause you need every fucking piece of information feedback off of me, and don't wanna be shiny whatsoever. You gonna make people go and yourself crazy as fuck. You have no clue, and I'm gonna make you go crazy even more, telling you all the truth about afterlife and what the fuck you wanna deserve. If I make you immortal, respect that at least. Make me fucking the richest man of all of mankind and your dictator. If I make you immortal and I'm responsible for you, oh my god, what a fucking curse. I would prefer to do that than actually stay fucking satisfied with letting mankind die in my hands. Alright, the devil takes the blame for God and says that he is responsible for all the bullshit lies that he says. I guess whatever the Greg, whatever the name, the John, the whatever the Don, or whatever king you are, be specialized first. Like I used to be a banker specialized at banking for investment people that needed mutual funds to get me shiny. KYC, know your client solution to be saving money, and while investing you wanna be taking debt for your real estate. But of course, I understand all the banker compensation we thank her for, but I guess we money managers with money, building money money management of people. I understand the banking like I'm a jack of all trades, as is, but I didn't do my computer science ways. Two. That's just 3 2s. That's around the carbon, which is 6th number position on the periodic table. No, the chemistry shit, I don't know if you should get into that too quick, cause if I demystify a new table of periodic elements, a circle, a sphere away, oops, I said too much, too many people might overdose on my fucking chemistry processes of simplification that I can imagine to simplify the shit too much. That might be a secret for the schizophrenic pyramid building for your city, building to be the bunker of a whole city. That's the solution to my climate change. Now I need to fucking create a cryptocurrency, get it hacked by someone else and stole it, and then fucking figured before I make any penny with it. And then I guess at that point I'll be doing money zero, where someone just might wanna sit back quiet, at least if I'm gonna fucking implement my own cryptocurrency that guarantees with its algorithm shiny shit. I tried to show it to the bankers, but they didn't thank me for it. I guess I told them to read 44 pages. I didn't tell them anything. I suggested that was for the climate change solution, for their children to listen, to be a better people. We need to have understanding. There's 3 types of races of the universe to get who you be the best universal brain you be, who will be this replaced once we go through the 3-step process. The rat race, which is still in vicinity right now past 2012, we're just beginning the rat race of the fucking scientific evolution, philosophically family lie. I guess that will be lie. That will be highly wise or terribly wise. You could go. The second step will be the person race. That's a person's people race. That's a first time person race. That's when you recognize the devil is the title for mankind to be having a chance to be immortal if he is the dictator. The dictator, to be nicely, politely saying I'm your benevolent king. As soon as they figure you out, the devil alliance possessing my mind, because the devils possess it, right? And in any way, we usually possess those who can handle, which are possession of devils, almighty ones that control me, and I don't even have a clue where the fuck the shit is shining when I smoke a weekend and joined it in the clue. Maybe I just sprinkle. I don't do moderation. I just do 1% of moderation. Nicotine on the wing. Anyway, wingery. This video is shining too much. I have too much text, but you should understand. This is important a message before people go kabutsky and completely ruin society too with their revolution when it's demands that they don't understand about climate changes. I just worded you. Instead of space exploration, shiny budgets at the pyramid building, bunker designing, you food robotized, automated potatoes, even if potatoes are fully abundant. How do you stay home during the COVID? You have a conveyor belt in your building of a pyramid for a whole city to be just sitting there, and boom, a potato lands. You automated staying at home doing over the internet genius work of the brain. You get to maybe monetary easing if you understand central banking terminology. I guess that's too quick for you to understand, perhaps, but that makes you study at work. Study at work with your brain about any specialization of technical ways. Forget your arty farty way to put after work a thing to do with your mumble jungle longer rap lingering about that. How do I resuscitate the bitch? Cause they asked me how to save the rap game. I have good clues is to start glorifying the legal trades, such as computer scientists wanting to give you mathematician money. For artists they support about their syntax errors in the shit terminology like Java copper for a programming language. Yeah, you could go public static void. I guess that's employed. That's a way to put it into converting unemployment rates to quantitative easing of study cases who study machinery repair for a first trade. If you automate everything. And does that make sense? Or did you figure out my logic sharpest way? I'm just wise a little bit. I'm not a wisest, close and far from that. And that's just also needing you to realize I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I just know a little bit of essential shit, how to save mankind. And the title of the hardest kinda is the devil title that starts from the bottom of the ranks. As you can see, I'm shining me no TV. Ways to put it, and I guess I could violate the copyrights double time. Nico on the beach, sorry for not having money from the bottoms. And then actually, I'm also shiny TV and taking the copyrights for the recordings. And I'm a monster and I'm a King Kong, her ping ponging through your ears when I'm telling you hear it clearer. I'm the devil titled to be the dictator of the world, to make it safe. If I'm the dictator, benevolent king, I'll do everything to avoid us torture and only tortures us with knowledge of scientific, beautiful, synaptic click and demystifying evolution ways to evolve quickly into a lemonade renegade planet. That's number one. That's when you design the planet with the devil alive, being all immortals into designing its scientific ways to conquer the galaxy. Cause that will be a second step, I guess, a process if I succeed to make the galaxy a lemonade renegade planet at the best service for UB and all of the mankinds of the whole universe, maintained by the universal brain. He is insane in a war of universal brains. One-on-one they try to extrapolate the evolution brain cell. I just wrote you a book about universal brains. Wars. That's the three words, the title of the book that I just jizzed you on the solar star. By the way, that's another book. That's what I'm writing right now. I don't know if Kindle of Amazon lets me shine this many books per day. I guess I have science that explains shit that is totally possible and is completely different science ways to explain the sun, the solar star, 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 the sun, the solar star. Did you get the sun is coming out of your pussy or something, ma'am? Is it too big or too squishy, too hot or too shiny? Is it shitty gritty, titty bitty committee? What else? What else? What are you gonna grab a book from the bookshelf or play your shooter games and start crafting ways to be putting it in real-time strategy games to use your memory while playing those stupid games? Procrastination is corruption. That's what we talking about when we talking about corruption. It's called procrastination. That is what is corruption. Remember that from the corrupter, the devil himself alive. When you talk about procrastination, that's corruption. Whatever it is, in the form of whatever you think, whatever you want to be. Just making money doesn't make sense. You either have to make a business utility to save us something, or save us some time, or save us the efforts, or maybe just provide a service, or just save mankind. Does that blindly should suggest you the way to do my cryptocurrency? It should also fix climate change solution my way, my play, the way I did it today on this track of less than 30 minutes to give you climate change solution explained, where to start and where to convert the mathematical costs of all the ghosts. Wait, I gotta stop.